Like, excuse me, did you speak to your sellers about that? Do they know that you're threatening to pull this deal days before closing? Hey guys, what's up? Happy Saturday. Yeah, it's Saturday. You know what, let me get my coffee. All right, I haven't been vlogging or doing videos lately because it just didn't feel right. There's so much going on, and not only what's going on in the world outside of my home, but what's going inside of my home too. There's been a lot of drama with buying and selling in California and buying in Nevada, and doing these moving vlogs is not as smooth as I would have liked because there's so many things that I have not told you. So I thought I'd just come on here and kind of just be real and tell you guys what's going on. It's been a wild ride. Everything's okay. We're still moving and everything. It's just been a wild ride, and I just have so many little like drama bumps in the road that is just causing me. I'm not stressed now, but I was like, it's just like, it's always something, you know, it's never smooth sailing. So I thought this would be a good thing to kind of sit down with you guys and give you a little bit of a backstory, a little story time of what's been happening and all the bumps in the road and drama that has gone along with it. First of all, we listed our house and it sold pretty quickly, as you saw from a previous video. We had a nightmare pool inspector that it was just super ridiculous. We had a nightmare pool inspector. If you guys want to hear that story, it's really irritating, and if I start talking about it, I'll just go on and on and on, and this will be the entire video. And I just really want to like update you guys on what is coming, like what has been happening up until this point. So if you want to hear that pool inspector story, let me know in the comments, and I'll make a video specifically on that. It is ridiculous. But when we got to the inspection part of like the actual house, there were some things like some shingles were off on the roof, like just like random things. I think that there were some areas in corners of underneath the siding of the house, things like that, that were like, if we didn't take care of it, they could attract, I don't know, insects or things. I don't know. Well, this house is almost 20 years old. It's not going to be brand spanking new, and I was irritated because they were like nitpicking every little thing and then asking for more money. It was just like, come on. No disrespect to the buyers. It just kind of put us through all these hoops and decisions that we didn't think we had to make. So initially when they put the offer on the house, they asked for our barbecue, they asked for our washer and dryer, our outdoor speakers, our lighting. I'm just like, okay, well, I kind of like, we spent a lot of money on that stuff, and we worked hard, and we're proud to be able to buy our brand new washer and dryer and these things. But we said, okay, you know what, it makes it easier on our moves, so if you want those things, we just asked for some more money, and they accepted. Cool, that was fine. But when it got time to the inspections and they noticed like little things wrong here and there that they needed to be fixed, that's reality as homeownership. There's always something to be fixed. They nitpicked, and then they asked for more money, and I said, you know what, I'll give you half of what you're asking. That's it. I just want to close this house and move. Like, we took really good care of this house. I mean, for 20 years old, there's gonna be things that need to be fixed. They're not safety issues. But anyways, we moved on. Now, the last issue with the sale of the house is that our AC went out. We have been without AC for quite some time. Our unit is supposed to last like 15 to 18 years. It is 19 years old now, and it failed. Like literally the same week that we closed on this house. By the way, we're renting back. That's why we're still here, because we're waiting for the other house to be done. So we've been without AC for a little bit, and it's irritating because when you are a seller in possession renting back afterwards, it's technically your responsibility. It's not like a regular tenant landlord type of situation. So we're offering to pay for half. We're asking them to check their warranty, whatever we can do, because I don't have an extra $5-6 grand to pay for the AC when we have a lot of stuff to pay at the new house. I'll get to that. So anyways, rant over about the sale of this house. Hopefully within the next day or two, we'll have worked that out, even if we have to come out of pocket of money, which is very frustrating because we don't plan for these. I mean, we have savings, but we didn't plan for these type of expensive hiccups. So moving along to the nightmare of the purchase of our house, which is actually even worse. So we fell in love with this house, and I've mentioned it before, I have never seen this house in person. I have seen pictures, I have seen like little video clips here and there of certain rooms, but I've never been inside this house or outside of the house. I've never seen it because I'm in California taking care of the kids, and Ed travels to Vegas and he looked at the houses. Wanted to rent for a year and to look at the neighborhoods and then figure out where we wanted to be. But moving is a big production in our home because we have 5 children. It's a lot of work, especially since my husband's not always here to help me. So we decided last minute if we were gonna try to buy, since the interest rates were so low, and luckily we were able to, and we should be closing in about a week and then moving. Thank goodness. But so the issue with the new house is I've never seen it before. Ed went there and he looked at 4 houses only. I said, babe, these are the houses I want you to look at. He went to all 4. He actually really liked the first one. I wasn't happy with the yard. The other 2 did not work. He went to the last one. This one was a little bit out of our budget or what we wanted to spend, not much. So we didn't initially see it, but when I just kind of bumped it up because I wasn't feeling the options in that category, I literally just bumped it up an extra like $10,000, and which is nothing, like $5 or $10 extra on a mortgage. I bumped it up, and then I found this one and I was like, this is like dream home status. This is like a house we would move into. I can see my girls walking down for prom, the staircase, and decorating it for Christmas. This is just something I can imagine our family growing in and loving it. And it had a beautiful backyard. It still needs to be landscaped. That's a whole nother project, but I'm really excited to be sharing with you guys what our plans for the backyard is. But yeah, so I've never seen this house ever. He went there and he's trying to FaceTime me going in the door. I got in the front door and I kept cutting out. The reception there is terrible. So I don't know what I'm gonna do about that, but I was never able to like actually do like a Skype like tour of the house. So it's a little nerve-wracking, but I trust him and I trust the pictures, I guess. But I've never physically been there, so I wasn't able to like feel, you know, the vibes. It's like, is this my home? Is this not my home? So hopefully I will be okay with it once we move. And I'll take you guys along with me so you can see the house at the same time I am. The seller's agent at our Vegas home is a nightmare. In the whole month that we've been working with him, I guess technically working with him, he has never returned a phone call to our agent. Never. He does not respond for weeks at a time. He ignores papers that need to be signed. He is a complete nightmare. Like, the worst. Like, I feel bad for his sellers because I'm sure he's not giving them any attention or being there for them whatever they need, because we need documents signed and he doesn't respond for a week. And when he does respond, he asks the question completely unrelated to what we need. Like, sign the papers, have your sellers sign the papers. Completely different. It's ridiculous. So we are actually closing very, very soon. And he says, since you guys are closing sooner than we thought, it's like 4 days, you know, can we do, no, he didn't even say can we, he said, so we'll do a rent back for, you know, my seller. So because their home that they were going to move into, rent to, fell through like 2 days ago and they need to stay longer. And I'm like, okay, first of all, you can ask, but we're closing next week and we're moving in, so you can't just demand that we let them stay longer. And he's like, oh, well, it's not my seller's fault. I'm like, I understand, but you came to us like days before closing. We're not obligated to let them stay longer and put off our moving with 5 children coming from out of state. Like, it's not how it works. So we're very generous, and since we have a little bit of extra time here, we decided, you know what, we'll give them like 10 days or so. Instead of going in and doing some of the repairs and the cleanings and the things that we wanted to do, pest control and things ahead of time, we'll just do it while we're there and we'll give them that 10 days. So my agent went back and was like, we'll give you guys to this certain date, but we need a deposit, because just like when we close on the house, it's our house and we're renting it back to you. So it's standard to have a deposit. The people that bought our house are doing the same exact thing. I know initially I was just like, what? That's my house. But I'm like, wait a minute, it's not my house anymore. I'm renting it. So when she said that, he emailed back and was like, no way. like so unprofessional. Like you don't say like, you know what, can we negotiate it? Or I'm trying to help my sellers out, they're in a bind. Nothing like that. He was just like, no way. So our agent was like, you know what, you know as well as I do that, you know, once they own it, they're not obligated to let you rent back, especially when you ask days before closing. You know, they're being generous, and it's standard to have a deposit just to ensure that you give us the property how, you know, it was sold to us and you didn't damage it as renters afterwards. So he threatened to pull the deal. He was like, well, you know, we don't have to do this deal. I'm like, excuse me, did you speak to your sellers about that? Do they know that you're threatening to pull this deal days before closing? So ignorant. I just like, woo, there's so much going on in the world, and this guy is really rocking my nerves. So you're threatening to pull a deal and stop a family of 7 moving from out of state to move into this home like last minute because you're not happy with the deposit, or because you're not happy we're giving them more time when, hello, days before closing. Anyways, I can go on and on about this, but I'm really frustrated with this realtor. I am having my agent save all the emails, and I'm gonna have a word with him once this is all done. I don't care if he knows where I live. He cannot treat people this way. He could not threaten me. He could not bully me or my agent. So I'm very pissed off about the situation. Okay, I'm done ranting over. We are closing soon. No, he has not written back after that email, but he is now doing paperwork. So whatever. I don't know if we're renting back. I don't know if they really want it. He can come at us in a professional, nice, sincere, apologetic manner, and I would not mind helping them. If not, then when we sign our closing docs, then they have 2 days to get out. It is what it is, but I just thought I would update you guys on all the drama, and I didn't want to portray like things are moving so smoothly because there's been so many bumps in the road. And another bump in the road is because he decided not to sign like an extension somewhere along the way. He may be a douche and take our $5,000 deposit, which is another story on its own. I hope that does not happen. Just wanted to share with you guys kind of like real time what is going on. Today is June 13th. Hopefully we'll be closing next week and moving within the next week or 2. And yeah, starting a fresh new life in Las Vegas. I'm really excited for it. We have so many plans. It's amazing what a move will do. It just got our gears going and created new goals and new things that we want to do with our family, and we want to spend more time together. I'm really excited for that. But I'm blabbing. I really wanted to come on here and just like fold my laundry because it is like redonkulous right now. Well, not too bad. It's bad, but not bad for our family because, you know, laundry is a case over here. It happens a lot, but yeah, just wanted to share that with you guys. Girls, moving is definitely one of those things that are a mix of emotions. It's exciting and drama and hesitation and excitement, and there's just so much that goes along with moving. I just want to be there and done. Like, I don't even care about unpacking. I will take my time. I just want it to be closed and done, and I want this nightmare realtor to be out of my hair. And I will be reaching out to the seller and saying like, hey, FYI, this is the kind of experience we had with your agent. So you make, you know, I'll leave it up to them. I won't say you may reconsider using them in the future when you decide to buy, but oh yeah, I will be saying something for sure. Moving along, I have a ton of laundry and things to do today. I'm gonna spend some one-on-one time with Avea and Elia, like back and forth, because I spent some time with the little ones yesterday, so I want to kind of take them outside and have some mama time with them. I'm not gonna film it, but I will be picking up the camera a little bit later in the day.